In the meantime, let's have Miss Paulin Española.
Okay. How can economic freedom benefit the poor majority if they don't even have basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, let alone capital to start a business? One child dies every 3 seconds because of poverty.
Can you repeat the question? I think it was too long.
My question is, how can economic freedom benefit the poor majority if they don't even have needs like food, clothing, and shelter, let alone capital?
How can it benefit the poor people?
Yes,
of course it benefits the poor people. Weren't you listening to our speech and to my answer to Attorney Ralph a while ago? It benefits the poor people. It especially benefits the poor. For the fact alone that in economic freedom, the poor are able to use... Everyone has their own aspirations, dreams, and everything,
No,
right?
what I'm saying is, they don't even have food, clothing, and shelter. How can they have capital to start a business
How sure
and
are
achieve
you
their
that
dreams?
they don't have food, clothing, and shelter?
There are statistics. 3 billion
Where did
people...
you get these statistics?
The UN, research, the World Bank.
What tools did they use?
Well, you know, they're the UN. You don't trust the UN. You don't trust the World Bank.
I didn't say that I didn't trust the UN or
So
the World Bank. Why are you implying that I don't trust the UN and the World Bank?
You're asking me
I'm
what
merely
methods they
asking you.
use.
I'm merely asking you. Is asking wrong?
You're asking me what methods they use to do research.
No, I'm just asking to verify it.
Okay,
Okay,
please
well-
just proceed to your next
to
question.
continue. Is one's personal fortune enough to justify the fact that people are dying? I mean, a child dies every 3 seconds out of poverty. Yes or no?
The what?
Is your personal fortune, I mean not your personal, but is one person's personal fortune enough to justify the fact that people are dying in the streets and they are not helping?
Different people have personal fortunes. I mean, you have your own fortune. I have my own fortune. She has his own fortune. There are different kinds of fortune.
Okay, so if you have $56 billion and 3 billion people die because they don't have enough of their food, clothing, and shelter, is that justice? Where is the justice in that? Where is the social responsibility?
What social responsibility are you
Social
talking about?
responsibility. You have an
Whose
obligation.
responsibility is this? Is it
Our
the
obligation
responsibility
as
of the rich?
people.
You're talking about morality.
Exactly. As human
But
beings,
yes,
we have to
it's
help
about
those who
morality.
don't
We're
have
talking
enough.
about economics.
Well, there has to be a moral economic system. You can't just...
Do you know what the moral economic system is?
Of course, a moral economic system. You have social responsibility. You give to those
Is there
who don't
one
have
moral
enough.
economic system?
Of course.
So what does it say?
So if you don't have a moral economic system...
Are you implying that I don't have a moral economic
Well,
system?
with economic freedom, you're allowing people to earn as much as they want without limit, while other people are dying in the streets because they don't have the capacity to earn the same. They don't have equal opportunities.
But it's because of their capability. The poor people are actually capable of working. I mean, they're capable of bringing themselves up. They're capable of putting food on their table if they want to. It's not because it's their choice that they're there. I mean, you could look for work. Any person could look for work.
No, unemployment
sure?
rates are so high. There aren't enough jobs in the country to sustain everyone's need for work. Plus, what happens?
They could sell like what my partner said a while ago, they could sell fish balls, sago, and other stuff.
Okay, now let's turn the floor again. Cara Henares, you may now ask Paulin.
Do you agree that in order for man to be happy, he should exercise his freedom?
With a limit. Exercise freedom with a limit, because you don't
Do
need...
you believe that this freedom includes the freedom to choose?
Yes, but with a limit as well.
Do you believe that a man should exercise his freedom as long as he does not violate any rule?
Yes, but when
Okay,
you
thank you, my
exercise-
dear opponent. Are you aware that in economic equality, it is the government who decides what the people should have?
No.
Then who decides?
The people decides what the people
Then
should have.
if the people decide what they should have, then
The government
I
is for
decide.
the people.
So basically, what you're saying is the government is the one. Okay, thank you. Really? So did they consult the people what their dreams are?
Of course. I mean, because
they
everyone
did?
needs food,
The
clothing,
government
and shelter.
consulted your dreams?
Well, everyone wants
Wow!
food, clothing,
Out of
and
the
shelter.
100 billions of people in the world, they consulted every person of their dreams.
You know what? I'm sure
Okay.
a lot of
Okay,
hungry
thank
people
you.
starving
If someone
want
decides what you
food.
should have and you were not consulted, are you exercising your freedom?
Can you please repeat your question?
If someone decides what you should have and you were not consulted, are you exercising your freedom?
Well, no, but if I'm starving,
Okay,
then I
thank
want
you.
food.
Do you want to exercise your freedom of choice, my dear friend?
Yes, but with a
Okay,
limit.
thank you. Which place would you like to shop for perfume, for example? The U.S., Philippines, Paris, Belgium?
I don't care, you know.
Okay, just choose any.
Well, I guess Philippines promote
Okay, thank
our
you.
local products.
Thank you, my dear opponent. By answering my question, you have just exercised your right to choose, which is inherent in economically free nations like Hong Kong, the U.S., and the Philippines. By your answer alone, I have found out that you are in favor of free choice, which only economic freedom can provide, and it is something that is not present in economic equality.
No, economic equality,
Okay,
you still have
next
freedom to
question.
choose.
isn't it that in economic equality, the good of the public is superior to the good of an individual?
Can you repeat the question?
Isn't it that in economic equality, the good of the public is superior to the good of an individual?
Of course.
Is the majority always favored in economic equality?
Yes.
So the individual cannot assert his intention once the majority has
No, we're not
decided.
saying that.
Okay. And this individual is forced to follow against his will, isn't it?
No.
How can you say that?
Because if you have too much of one resource, then you're just
You're
obliged to give.
You're promoting
I mean,
equality.
Exactly.
You're promoting equality. How can you say that one person has more?
Well, look at Bill Gates. He has so much money.
But
He has
you're promoting-
56 billion, and
But
it's
the
his
thing is,
choice.
excuse
It's
me.
his freedom of choice to give to people.
But
he's not.
You're promoting equality. How
Exactly.
can you talk about one person having more than the other? You should
Exactly.
be for
He's
equality.
giving his wealth to the people, so
So
that
he's
there is
giving his wealth to the
redistribution of
people.
wealth.
Okay. So aren't you aware that in the Cultural Revolution in China, Mao Zedong was the leader here, and millions were pulled out to work menial jobs such as digging ditches, and many died
That's
and were buried
communism. We're not for
on the same
communism.
spot.
We're not for communism.
But isn't it the same?
No, it's not the same, because when
It's
you have
equality.
socialism, you're taking away people's
Okay.
right to private property. We're still giving them the right to private property and to own businesses, but with a limit to what they can earn. We're going to give the rich bigger
Yes.
taxes. And we're going to give a
but
limit
aren't
to the
you
number
saying
of lands
that-
they can possess.
But you're saying everything's equal, right?
No.
Okay, that ends the interpellation round. I've never seen a debate so hot like this. When we return, we will have the free debate round.